I bet you didn't know how deep corruption runs in Iraq. The country, with its rich history and cultural heritage, has been marred by a series of financial scandals over the years. But none have been as shocking or as monumental as the one we are about to delve into. Until now, Iraq is grappling with an unprecedented financial scandal dubbed the theft of the century. This scandal has not only shaken the foundations of the Iraqi government, but has also sent shockwaves throughout the international community. The magnitude of this embezzlement is almost unfathomable, and the details are as intricate as they are alarming. Between September 2021 and August 2022, an audacious embezzlement scheme siphoned off a staggering $2.5 billion in public funds. To put this into perspective, this amount could have funded numerous public projects, improved infrastructure and provided essential services to millions of Iraqis. Instead, it vanished into the pockets of a few unscrupulous individuals. The scandal came to light through a complex network of transactions involving 247 checks cashed by 5 companies. These companies, which were supposed to be legitimate businesses, turned out to be fronts for a massive money laundering operation. The checks were cashed in a manner that bypassed standard banking protocols, raising suspicions among a few diligent officials. This brazen theft has exposed the deep-rooted corruption plaguing Iraq's government and financial institutions. Corruption in Iraq is not a new phenomenon, but the scale and audacity of this theft have brought the issue to the forefront of public discourse. It has highlighted the vulnerabilities in the country's financial system and the urgent need for reform. In response to public outrage, Iraq's judicial system issued arrest warrants for 2 key figures: businessman Noor Zuhar and former government official Haytham al-Jubari. These individuals are believed to be the masterminds behind the scheme, orchestrating the theft with the help of a network of accomplices. Their arrest was seen as a significant step towards justice, but the story doesn't end there. Both are now fugitives, with their whereabouts unknown. The fact that they managed to evade capture has only added to the public's frustration and anger. It raises questions about the effectiveness of Iraq's law enforcement agencies and the influence these individuals may still wield. Zuhair was briefly detained at Baghdad airport but released on bail after returning a portion of the stolen funds. His release has been a point of contention, with many arguing that it undermines the judicial process. While returning some of the money is a positive step, it does not absolve him of his crimes, and the public demands full accountability. Al-Juburi, also out on bail, has vanished. His disappearance has further complicated the investigation and has led to speculation about possible collusion within the government. The lack of transparency and the slow pace of the investigation have only fueled public distrust. The theft has triggered protests and demands for accountability. Thousands of Iraqis have taken to the streets demanding justice and an end to the rampant corruption that has plagued their country for decades. These protests are not just about the stolen money. They are a cry for systemic change and a better future for Iraq. Judge Haidar Hanoun of the Federal Integrity Commission has vowed a decisive anti-corruption campaign, but efforts are hampered by the disappearance of crucial case files. The loss of these files is a significant setback, as they contain vital evidence needed to prosecute those involved. It has led to suspicions of sabotage and has made the task of bringing the culprits to justice even more challenging. This scandal is not an isolated incident. Iraq has a long history of corruption, with numerous scandals coming to light over the years. Each scandal has eroded public trust and has made it increasingly difficult for the government to function effectively. The theft of the century is just the latest in a series of events that have highlighted the need for comprehensive reform. It represents a fraction of the corruption that has plagued Iraq since 2003. The fall of Saddam Hussein's regime was supposed to usher in a new era of democracy and prosperity. But instead, it has led to a power vacuum that has been filled by corrupt officials and opportunistic businessmen. The reconstruction efforts have been marred by mismanagement and embezzlement, leaving the country in a state of perpetual crisis. The real challenge now is whether the Iraqi government can muster the political will to tackle this systemic issue and restore public trust. This will require not only prosecuting those involved in the theft of the century, but also implementing long-term reforms to prevent such scandals from happening in the future. It will require a commitment to transparency, accountability, and the rule of law. Stay tuned as we continue to unravel the full story behind Iraq's $200.5 billion heist. Can justice be served? The coming months will be crucial in determining the future of Iraq. Will the government take decisive action? Or will this scandal be swept under the rug like so many before it? The world is watching, and the people of Iraq are demanding answers. We will keep you updated on every development, every twist and turn, as we follow this story to its conclusion. The fight against corruption is far from over, and the outcome of this case could set a precedent for years to come. The people of Iraq deserve better. They deserve a government that works for them, not against them. They deserve a future free from the shackles of corruption. As we continue to investigate and report on this scandal, we hope to shed light on the truth and contribute to the ongoing efforts to build a better Iraq. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Together, we can make a difference. If you have any information related to this case or other instances of corruption, please reach out to us. Your voice matters, and together we can hold those in power accountable. Stay tuned for more updates, and thank you for watching.